A beloved tree in Fort Mill came down today, and the town says it was cut down due to a safety hazard. But for many, it was more than just wood and leaves. It was a safe space. South Carolina Bureau Chief Shakira Speaks has a story.
When I was a little kid, that's where we used to, school was there, and we would get picked up at the tree. That's where my granddaddy used to pick me up, but those trees were huge even back then.
Hollow limbs and skinny branches cover the ground outside of a Fort Mill post office. Crews began clearing up the area early Wednesday morning, including a decades-old tree.
Most of the people that are alive now that grew up or came through those schools spent some time under that tree.
This tree grew for at least 100 years, but Fort Mill historian Mike Short says it meant more than that.
Originally, there was a stone wall all the way around the tree before they widened Tom Hall Street. And when we would have our breaks in classes, recess or lunchtime, there would be a gathering somewhere out there around that tree. Either kids were playing chase, they were sitting around talking about school or their problems. A lot of tears were probably shed under that tree.
Fort Mill officials posted a notice on Facebook saying a large limb fell from the tree at the post office. An arborist found several limbs hollowed out by disease, creating a serious hazard for anyone walking or driving underneath.
I went and parked across the street in the town hall parking lot, which is directly across the street. And I leaned on my car and watched them bringing it down piece by piece. And it just seemed like each piece that they cut down, they were just cutting out just a little bit of my heart.
Short says the tree coming down signifies just how much the town has changed since his childhood. The post office property was once the location of A.O. Jones School, where many neighbors like Short went to class. He lives just a few feet away from the old school gym, one of its last landmarks. Town officials are commissioning an artist to create a painting to memorialize the tree's significance.
They may try to get some of the wood and build a bench out of that. They're going to replant, the biggest trees they can find. So in 100 years, maybe somebody else will enjoy a tree that size. But for those of us that went to school there and spent time there, no, it's not enough. There's just not enough you can do other than to have left the tree alone.
Reporting in Fort Mill, Shakira Speaks, Queen City News.